Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be traveling to Northern Ireland. This is a video about the things to do in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Multiple things here. I've been wanting to do more. The only time that I've been to Northern Ireland was when I was a kid. I think I was in 5th grade. I don't know how old I was, 10 or so. And then I went to Scotland the next year, and then as an adult in 2018, I went to England, and I've never been to Wales, so I'll get to Wales as well. But I'm going to be starting off in Belfast, which I thought was a beautiful city. It was in like 2001 or 2002 when I went there. And from what I've heard, it's quite a bit different from when I was there. I remember quite a bit of unrest. There's, soldiers marching down some roads. There's the IRA, just like kind of blatant signs around the town. I believe it was Belfast, and I think I stayed in, I don't know what it was called. It was like the most bombed hotel in the world at the time, I guess, something along those lines. So let's get into this. Let me know if you've been there or lived there or want to go. Add on anything you can to it. Let me know more sites to see in Belfast, because I would love to go back. I want to go back to just all of the UK in general. And let's see what they have to say. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful.
Welcome to Unilad Adventure. Here's a look at some of the best things you can do on a trip to Belfast.
All right.
It's a beautiful city that's rich in historic culture and surrounded by stunning nature.
Love that. Love everything.
With the Causeway coastal route being so nearby, it's an absolute must if you're staying for more than a day. You can hire your own car to drive this, or book a tour where you'll be given more in-depth information as you take in the incredible views along the coast. This road trip has a lot of highlights, but some of the most memorable include walking across the narrow rope bridge at Carrick-a-Reid. It's a 20-metre bridge over a 30-metre drop with colourful blue waters below.
The adventure.
You can also see Sheep Island from here, which is heavily featured in Game of Thrones, not to mention the spectacular trail along the cliffside, with great views all round. Then there's Cushendon Caves to explore, and the unmissable Dark Hedges, better known as the King's Road. Walking through the natural beauty of the Dark Hedges feels like you've stepped right through your television and into Westeros.
On top of Game of Thrones too, I've seen that in just throughout my life, I've seen that image multiple times in magazines and online and in other TV shows and movies. Very popular spot to film. There's a reason why they film there.
We recommend stopping for lunch at a local Irish pub along the way, and there are many that take advantage of the running theme. However, if you're in it for the scenery more than the popular culture, then there are plenty of places that don't feature an Iron Throne. After winding your way through the idyllic Irish countryside, you'll find yourself at the main attraction, the Giant's Causeway.
Yes.
This natural occurrence is often called the 8th wonder of the world. It was formed 50 to 60 million years ago by volcanic activity, and features around 40,000 perfectly placed hexagonal rocks.
So cool.
It's hard to believe the feature isn't man-made. In fact, locals will tell you that the causeway was built by a giant named Finn McCool, who was building a bridge to fight his Scottish nemesis, a giant by the name of Ben and Donnet.
Love those stories as well. I tried to go here, well, my family tried to go here. I was just a little kid, and something was up with the road, and we ended up not being able to go to Giant's Causeway. It's one of those places that I would love to see, or actually go to see, because it failed the first time. Something was up with the road.
It's up to you what you choose to believe, but nevertheless, you'll feel like you're on another planet standing on top of this unbelievable natural feature. If you fancy a little adventure, there's a couple of trails you can walk with stunning views of the world-famous Causeway Coast and North Channel. We took the Red Trail, which heads up towards the Organs, another great spot for a photo opportunity. The trail then swings around to an amphitheatre viewpoint. The path here is closed due to landslide, however, from this trail you'll be rewarded with some of Ireland's most stunning panoramic views. This was one of our best days in Belfast. There's so much not to be missed along the coastline. A great guide can make your trip even more memorable, and we couldn't say thanks enough to ours. His name was Derek and he worked for McComb's Tours. They're not paying us or anything, but there's a link to their website in the description if you're interested in who we went with. Back in Belfast, there's so much to see and learn about. If you really want to get into the heart of the city's history, then take a tour around Crumlin Road Prison. They'll tell you all about the troubles and the conditions inmates faced during their time in this literal hellhole. During its time in operation, it was home to executions, escapes, hunger strikes, and riots.
Dang.
Many of the people imprisoned here were innocent because you could even be held on suspicion alone, and the laws at the time were so unregulated that mistakes were often made.
I'd like to know about those old school prisons because there's a lot of crazy prison stories everywhere. When did it stop becoming a prison, in short? I would love to know that. When it became a prison, how long it was a prison for, and then when they kind of, made it not, kind of like Alcatraz Island here in San Francisco. It's not a prison anymore. It's just a tourist destination, and we don't do that kind of treatment, I guess, here. I don't even know.
Now let's talk about the city centre. There are plenty of incredible places to lose yourself on Belfast streets. Check out the iconic Cathedral Quarter for some of the best bars in town. These picturesque streets are filled with everything from modern bars to good old-fashioned pubs. We celebrated New Year here and we couldn't have asked for a better night out.
Wow.
St. George's Market is a great place to sample some of the local street food. And the Crown Liquor Saloon is one of the most authentic Irish pub experiences you can have. It's a great place to stop for a rest when you're exploring some of the city's best sights, and with the average price of a beer in Belfast being around £3.30 or $4.50, you might end up having a few more than intended.
Yeah, that sounds pretty normal, at least around here, roughly, I guess. Like you said, you'll probably have more than just one.
Speaking of sights, the City Hall is a stunning building to explore, with marble pillars, beautiful claywork, and colourful stained glass windows all around. You can pop in for a quick look or take one of the regular tours around the building, so if you have some free time on your hands, that might be something to consider. Then there's the Titanic Museum, where you can learn all about the construction, operation, and voyage of the renowned ship. The detail here is incredible. It's a real eye-opening experience that shows there's so much more to this story than you may have seen in Hollywood movies. You can even step on board the SS Nomadic, the last remaining boat that was used to ferry people out so they could board the Titanic. There are many ways to see Belfast, but to...
Has anyone gone to any of these, in short, but the Titanic one? Because I'm interested in it. I think a lot of people are fascinated by that whole Titanic history and story. That would be someplace that I would like to go. I like that kind of history a lot.
To really see it through a local's eyes, take a black cab tour.
And is Belfast where it was made? Am I correct with that? Belfast was where the Titanic was constructed by the White Star Line, or for the White Star Lines? Let me know.
You'll be driven around residential areas and taught all about the politics and religious conflicts that still burn strong today. There are murals all over these streets hailing local heroes and marking important events in history. The Peace Wall still stands today and divides different communities to help stop the ongoing conflict. Unlike the Berlin Wall, Belfast Peace Wall still stands by choice. Many people in Belfast still want the wall in place because it makes them feel protected. However, others disagree and want it to come down. To this day, its gates are still locked at night to keep people safe.
What is this exactly? Because I don't know if I've ever heard of it before. Looks pretty crazy though. I just don't know anything about it. What's the history behind it? Why is it there? Anything you give to me on this? I don't know what it is or where it is and why it is.
Finally, the most fun way to explore the streets of Belfast has to be with We Toast tours.
We Toast.
You pedal your own bar around the town centre on an epic pub crawl, dismounting at some of the city's best known watering holes. It's a great way to get a feel for the culture of the city, with each pub offering something different. You can bring your own booze for the ride or buy on board. There's a sober driver in charge of steering, so you can have as much fun as you like. Thanks for watching our guide to Belfast.
That's pretty cool.
Don't forget to leave your recommendations for Belfast in the comments.
I like that a lot. That was good. Just straight to the point. Didn't stay on any topic too long. It was perfect. Let me know what you think about this list, what they missed. These tours seemed good to me. I like how a lot of these videos will just stick to one, just the city or heavily nature. and trails and stuff like that. This one did a good job about blending both of them, so you could like truly see Belfast and the surrounding areas, the coastal, you know, like this bridge right here. Really fun. I'm into both. I do love the city, but I do need my time outside in nature, so this was perfect. Let me know what they missed. Let me know what you love doing there and anything else that you could think of doing in or around Belfast. We'll go through a tour, more expanding throughout the UK, other videos coming soon, and thanks for watching. And until next time, have a good rest of your day.